History of Trinidad and Tobago. According to Thornhill, the term early childhood, from birth to 8 years old, has its own professional challenges. Thornhill stated that within the Trinidad and Tobago context, the education of children from birth to 8 years is catered for within different settings. During the 19th century, post-emancipation, children of preschool age stayed home, and conventional education took place. By the 20th century, post-war, political and social improvement increased, and so did the education prospect for preschools. By the 1950s, there was an increased demand for early childhood institutions where the focus was on reading and maths for this age. In the 1970s, the government involvement increased with the creation of the Preschools Education Unit within the Ministry of Education, focusing on teaching, teachers training, and proper classroom setting. The system of early childhood education in Trinidad and Tobago is organized and regulated by the provision of the Early Childhood Act Character 3901 of the laws of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Over time, the education system evolved into its present form. At present, early childhood care and education falls under the non-formal education sector. The development of competent staff is of permanent importance in ECCE. Hence, the Ministry's collaboration with the University of Trinidad and Tobago and stakeholders for a preschool undergraduate certification for teachers and education. Trinidad and Tobago became a signatory in 1990 under United Nations Education, where an initiative launched in Thailand gave particular significance and improvement to early childhood care and education in Trinidad and Tobago. While viewed as vital by TNT government, ECCE is not compulsory, but the government's strategic goals was for universal ECCE by 2050. In 2005, the revision of the 2 years Teachers College was approved to the new University of Trinidad and Tobago. In 2006, the first National Early Childhood Care and Education Curriculum Guide was launched, incorporating development theories within the curriculum to benefit the holistic development of the child. It was based on several guiding principles to govern practices, namely holistic learning and development, active learning, interactive learning, learning through play, partnership relationship for learning, and authentic assessment. The ministry conducts continual training to retool teachers and educators to meet the needs of their learner. As of 2008, there were 963 establishments in operation, serving 29,685, of which the majority were privately owned. In 2011, 3,413 students were being served in 112 public centers. At present, there are over 160 public centers that are approved by the government for operation. Monitoring visits are conducted annually for safety and compliance and quarterly for health concerns within the public system. There are guidelines and safety requirements that need to be adhered to for the operation of an ECC center. The teaching staff includes teachers, teachers' assistants, teachers' aides, and the minimum requirements for a teacher is a 4-year degree. John Dewey's theory of hands-on approach. John Dewey's theory shows the needs of the child in education. Dewey's theory on hands-on approach states children learn by experience and doing. In education today, teachers are meeting the needs of children. One of Dewey's methods used in the classroom is circuit time in the morning. This is where the teachers and children gather in the morning before the day activities. This gives children a sense of belonging and significance. Uri Bransfeld-Brenner's ecological system theory. Yuri Brunsfeld-Brenner's ecological system theory states how different environment throughout the child's life influences their behavior. These systems include the microsystem. The microsystem deals with the family, friends, neighbors, teachers, who the child have different but direct contact with, contributing to the building of this environment. The mesosystem. This is when the relationship of the people involved in the microsystem interacts with each other. The, the exosystem. This is where the child has no active role or context. The macrosystem. This is the socio-economic status of the child. The chronosystem. This is the transition and shifts in one's life dealing with socio-historical context that influences a child. For example, how the child deals with divorce in their life. Benefits of parents, community, and stakeholders. Having a preschool in the community is permanent as it allows for easy access for children to receive care. Also, it opens the doors for parents and community involvement that will impact the school community and children and stakeholders positively. Parents, the community, and stakeholders are benefited from preschools in the community in several ways. Some ways in which they are benefited are: it proves a connection between home and the school. It reinforces positive association. Community businesses are developed as the school attracts outsiders and builds social networking. Preschools in a community attract parents' participation and provide the opportunity for the school to have a connection with parents and the community. Parents now, through the inclination of the school, becomes involved in their child's education and further participates in various aspects of the school. Both the school and the parents benefit greatly from this relationship. Parents are now privileged to assist in the school and can replicate and extend activities that their child experienced in school. Peak 2017 states that ideas gleaned from the school give the parents inspiration for home activities that coincide with classroom tasks and help to empower parents. Positive association is another way parents can be benefited from preschools in their community. The school and the parent work together in providing quality educational experiences for the children. Also, because of the close association between parents and the school, involvement is heightened and extended to the broader community. Parents and community now feel a part of the school and collaboration is developed, and parents work together with teachers and stakeholders. Having a school in the community is also beneficial to a business owner in the community. The growth and development of the school will attract parents from outside the community and thus impact the business as well. This improvement will emphasize to business leaders how early childhood investments provide dual benefits and immediate gains for children and family, and long-term economic benefits for the business community. The community and parents will also benefit from having trained professionals caring for their children. Social networking opportunities are also an added benefit for parents and the community. The community is privileged to collaborate with the school and therefore assist with building support in nutrition, equipment, and fixtures. Networking in an early childhood institution is vitally important in keeping the connection between teachers, parents, principals, stakeholders, and the community together. Additionally, networking allows for frequent and close communication between school and parents and create a partner relationship in their child education and decision making. Jamaica's structure. In Jamaica, the goal is to transform the entire education system. Infrastructures include the construction of new schools throughout the country, upgrading of old schools that exist and transforming them to world-class standards, taking away the shift system, involving the community in participating in schools and influencing positive behavior while encouraging higher learning, provide a safe and secure physical environment. Curriculum. Upgrades to the curriculum teaching. Learning support systems specifically focusing on literacy and numeracy. Introducing new concepts. The curriculum focuses on the six learning outcomes, which are wellness, value and culture, empowerment, communication, intellectual, respect for self and others and environment, and resilience. Staff training. The early childhood practitioners should have at least one level of training provided by the National Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training of the Heart Trust. Each participant gets a certificate upon completion of each level. In association with the University of the West Indies and other teaching training institutions, teachers obtain a diploma or a bachelor of education in the early childhood education. The curriculum strands. Wellness. A child who is healthy, strong, and well adjusted. Effective communication. A child who understands and makes his or her needs known. Valuing culture. A child who values his or her own culture and that of others. Intellectual empowerment. A child who is a critical thinker and independent learner. Respects for self, others, and environment. A child who respects self, others, and the environment. Resilience. A child who has coping skills.